Hey, what up, fam? Thank you for joining me today on my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about something that's very near and dear to my heart. It's something that I have had a struggle with, and quite a few people in my family that's had a struggle with. I'm going to talk to you today about depression.
Get ready! It's Chrissy's life. It's mommy's time. Yes, talk about it. Yes, talk about it. It's Chrissy's life. It's mommy's time. Yes, talk about it. Yes, talk about it.
Subscribe, join the fam for some sit-downs, vlogs, chatting with Chrissy, and of course, Chrissy Cooks.
Go, mommy. Go, mommy. That was fun.
Depression is a very serious issue, and with this day and age that we're facing, all of this pandemic stuff, all of this stay-at-home stuff, all of this lockdown stuff, it is more prevalent amongst us as people who are used to just freely moving about the earth as we choose. Now, a lot of us are stopped at a halt, and we just have to deal with the way things are. And some of us choose not to deal with the way things are, but some of us, just for our safety, we're choosing to deal with it, which is in turn causing depression. Now, over the past 50 years, depression has increased by between 60 and 65%. With this year alone, depression has become the second most prevalent medical condition in the world. The use of antidepressants have risen over 400% since the late 80s. Now, I'm here to tell you one thing. Depression is real. Depression is real to the point of it can have you mentally and physically unstable. There are certain people who the depression will take over them to the point where they become lifeless. They won't eat, they don't sleep, and in turn, if you're not taking care of your body tends to slowly but surely deteriorate. Sometimes people's body becomes so plagued with depression that they become lifeless, mentally and physically. A lot of times on social media, we have a lot of social media influencers, even, YouTubers, we have Facebookers, Instagram influencers, who put on a smile. They put on that face just to get through it. But a lot of the times, these people are depressed, especially if you live your life on the outside. You have to go outside to perfect your craft. And if you can't get outside to perfect your craft, it becomes depressing. So there are some signs of depression that I want to bring to your attention. Now, if you have some family members that might be exhibiting some of these symptoms, or even if you might be yourself, it's time to get help. Try to be of some help for someone, but you have to know some of the signs. Some of the most prevalent signs are feeling of sadness. If you have times where you're just sad, you don't have the ability to be happy. Sadness, can penetrate every part of your day. You can have the inability to just be happy. Even if situations are happy, everyone around you is happy, you just don't have the ability to even get out of your funk. So just feelings of sadness, and this would be a symptom that you might notice within yourself. Also, irritability. Now, a lot of people become very irritated, and it doesn't matter what the situation might be. People could be laughing around you, having a great time, but just the laughter, just someone smiling and being happy can irritate you to the point where you just can't take it. You might have to walk away, distance yourself from those people, not because you're mad at them for being happy, but just for the simple fact that you're not able to be like them. Also, another symptom is insomnia. A lot of times people spend nights up worrying, they're not able to sleep during regular hours that most people might sleep. Most people sleep at night. A lot of people who are depressed, find time to sleep outside of their mind going a million miles a minute. So where the whole household might be asleep, you might be awake staring into outer space, thinking about problems, thinking about issues, instead of just sleeping. And then when the whole household is awake and thriving, then that's when you're tired and you're sleepy and you usually are falling asleep. Sometimes people excessively sleep. Now, excessive sleepiness is also a symptom of depression. They might not have the desire to get out of bed, and they also fall asleep at inappropriate times. So it could be a time where you and someone is sitting down having a conversation and they just fall asleep on you just at a quick pause. It's not because you're boring. It's just for the simple fact is that they just have no ability to stay awake. Also, overeating. A lot of us console ourselves with eating of junk food. And junk food is a chemical to our brain, and it gives us a false belief or feeling of feeling better. Sometimes it makes you, eating sweets or salty foods make you feel good. It tastes good, so sometimes it gives you a false feeling of feeling good, but what it isn't, it's just a band-aid that you're putting on your sore. Another symptom is loss of appetite. A lot of people lose their appetite. If you notice that someone who usually eats and eats well is not eating, that is a sign of depression as well. Sometimes just the sight of food will make them nauseous. Also, angry outbursts. Some people's mind might feel helpless, and it can lead to angry outbursts towards people that do not deserve it. It could be someone that's trying to help or, give you something that you might need or a piece of advice, and you just, blatantly just totally disrespect them for no reason. If you have people who are usually talkative and then they become quiet, that is a symptom of depression as well. Also, you have crying or excessively crying for no reason. People could be just sitting around and you just burst into tears and someone asks you what's wrong and you're like, I don't know. That is a sign and symptom of depression. Now, depression is an epidemic. These days people suffer, and the sufferers are getting younger and younger. And the silent cries are getting extremely loud, but sometimes a lot of us are able to hear them. A lot of us are used to the world just flowing past us, that sometimes the people who are depressed are screaming so loud from the inside for help that we are not paying attention and we don't hear them. So sometimes take a look at the people around you, the ones that you love the most. Take a look at them and see if there's anything that you can do to help them. Be a lending ear. Just let them be able to talk to you. Be easy to talk to. Don't be so standoffish these days. A lot of people need you, and the ones that you think are the strongest are usually the weakest. All right, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. And if you have any symptoms that you could think of that might, be symptoms of depression, go ahead and leave those in the comment section below so that we can all help each other. Like I said, thank you guys again for joining me, and until next time, peace.